Hello and welcome to this edition of The Market Share. I'm Paul Gifford, Chief Investment Officer with First Source Bank. Joining me today is Pete Cahill, one of our Senior Portfolio Managers. This is our third of three videos as we discuss the outlook for investors in 2025. Pete, artificial intelligence is obviously one of the big things in 2025. You're writing about it in our Outlook piece. You want to refresh our viewers on really what is AI and how we're thinking about it?
Yeah, so I'd be glad to. So AI has really been a central part of the narrative of investing for the last 2 years. And you might ask, A, what is it? But more importantly, why now? Well, it starts with one thing. It starts with data. We are awash in data like no time in history. In fact, there's a statistical provider that says if you start at the beginning of civilization, go all the way to 2003, all that data collected for that long, we're generating that every 2 days. In fact, there's predictions out there that there'll be over 50 billion, and I said B with a billion, devices connected to the internet next year. So data's one. Speed of computing is two. Computers are processing at a speed doubling every 18 months or so. So super fast. And three, semiconductors, chips. The semiconductor chips now allow processes to happen across multiple computers instead of just one. So AI, generative AI, it's based off of something called a large language model, which is started off as just being able to predict the next word in context. And as we get into this talk, there's some pretty cool innovation happening.
Well, we're already starting to see artificial intelligence show up in our daily lives. You want to give us some of the best examples?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I equate it to kind of like when you buy a new car and you're driving around your town and you say, hey, I didn't realize so many people had that Jeep Compass or something like that. It's with AI when you start to open your eyes to it, how prevalent it is. So this first graphic, I'm going to, rather than give scores and scores of examples, I'm going to talk about 5 ways how AI is already in our lives. One is with content creation, writing emails, songwriters getting assistance with writing songs, digital assistants. Who doesn't have an iPhone with Siri on it, or an Alexa from Amazon, or now Microsoft with Copilot, digital assistants to make us more productive in our everyday life and in our professional life. Healthcare, one of the innovations that's happening now is AI will assist medical professionals in analyzing x-rays and other medical images to take better care of us. It's been predicted that 1 out of 3 future drugs will be discovered because of AI. Software writing used to describe code writing as 1% writing the code, 99% correcting it. With AI, you can ask the AI to write the code. And then something near and dear to our hearts here at First Source, security and fraud detection. AI is assisting companies in protecting their customers. So those are just a few examples, but when you become aware of it, it's a day in, day out, more innovation is occurring.
Well, we almost daily talk about, oh, I saw that last night, or how did you know that's how it worked based on a phone or something you've used in the evening. So obviously we know AI is impacting our daily lives in ways that we may subtly not notice, but let's take a look from an investor's lens at how AI is impacting.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, AI has been a topic of conversation for at least the past 2 years, and a debated one, a healthy debated one amongst the team at First Source. I put up this next graphic that the investor's perspective, we really think about it, or the questions we ask are, is AI a fad or is it actually fantastic? And the image on the left is actually generated by AI. I asked AI to create an image of picks and shovels and NVIDIA's latest AI chip. Now, why might AI be a fad? Well, the analogy or the narrative is back in the gold rush, who ultimately made most of the money out of that were the pick and shovel providers. So we've been in the era where the Magnificent Seven, and particularly NVIDIA, have been the beneficiaries of AI thus far. So under the lens of fantastic, we're going to look at how do we measure that. We're big fans at First Source of measuring things. So one way we might see the impact on AI, that it becomes pervasive throughout the business world and thus the investing world, is through profits or profit margins. So this graphic on the right is the S&P 500 over the last 10 years, looking at the percentage of profit from a dollar of sales. So dollar of sales, 12 cents of profit on that. You can see that there's been a trend, other than COVID, up and to the right. 2022, when inflation reared its ugly head, profit margins rolled over, which many expected that to happen. And then something might have happened in late 2022. Profit margins started creeping back up, and they're at an all-time high. That coincides with artificial intelligence coming on the scene. Now, I'm not saying that's why, but I'm saying that's something that we're going to analyze and continue to look at to see if businesses across all economic sectors start benefiting from AI.
Yeah, well, that ties in well with Rob's comments about record profits projected for 2025. Pete, as always, really appreciate your insights into the market. If you like today's video, I encourage you to share it with friends and family. If you do not currently receive the market share regularly, you can do so by subscribing on the QR code at the end of the video. And as always, thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family, and have a great day and 2025.